This hour for you on Daybreak, what you need to know if you'd like to try to make a run for city council. Also, a community is mourning the death of a police officer in St. Louis that died over the weekend. We'll have the details behind that and plenty more this hour for you on Daybreak. And welcome on in, everyone, to a new week. It's Monday, December 7th. I'm Joe Morano. Jennifer Abreu has the morning off, but a lot to get to over the course of the next 60 minutes here, including a check of our forecast. First, going to be a little bit cold to start out the day, but what do you expect on December 7th? That's what TJ Springer's here to tell us, right?
It wasn't too bad out there over the weekend, Joe. Yesterday was a little bit chilly.
True, yeah.
To start off, too.
Yeah, just those early morning hours. You know, we're in that time now for the next few months that when you got to get up at a certain hour, it's just going to be a little rough out there.
You need two outfits. Like you need the heavier coat, and then you can shed that and have a nice lighter one for the afternoon.
Is that the case today? Because it should be clear and we should see some sun out there, right?
Yeah, we'll have a lot more, kind of like what we saw on our Sunday. We'll have more of that this afternoon, but we do have some of that cloud cover and some patchy fog out there this morning. We are quiet in Branson. This is a live look over historic downtown, glancing eastward, and I think we'll have a nice sunrise on the horizon once it does take shape. But for now, we are focusing on some of that patchy fog and some of that low cloud cover. And I think what satellite is actually picking up on here is that fog, because these lighter shades of gray, or deeper shades of gray, I should say, are indicating warmer clouds, and clouds closer to the ground are a lot warmer than what they would be higher up in the atmosphere. And we have some of that patchy fog. It's kind of indicative of what we have out there. 4 in Camdenton and Springfield, 5 in Clinton, just to the north and west. It's a little bit more dense, seeing those deeper shades of gray or darker shades of gray there. And that's where we are going to focus on maybe some of that more dense fog trying to develop here in northwestern neighborhoods across the Color 10 viewing area. The other factor that we have to worry about this morning is that fog is likely freezing on contact, with temperatures in the upper 20s and lower 30s. We do have freezing in Clinton, 30 degrees in Lake Ozark, Camdenton, freezing now in West Plains, currently 30 in Monette, now to the upper 20s in Joplin and Springfield. We're going to have that fog around for the morning commute, but we will be quiet through the evening. We will have a lot more sunshine through the day once those clouds break on up, which will be nice. We'll talk more about that. If you're going to be out of the playground, we'll have that sunshine too. All that coming your way here in just a little bit. Joe?
One person has died and another is in custody after a shooting in Stone County from the weekend. Deputies with the Stone County Sheriff's Office responded to Blackberry Lane on the edge of Crane last night and found 27-year-old Nathan Johnson shot to death. Shortly before 9 o'clock, a 23-year-old suspect turned himself in. No charges have been filed quite yet. The investigation is continuing, though. And a woman has died after being hit by a box truck in Springfield over the weekend. Police say she was crossing the westbound lane of Sunshine in Oxford when she was hit. The vehicle continued driving and returned to the scene shortly after. According to the police report, the driver is not believed to have seen the woman. Impairment is also not believed to be a factor within that. In some news around the region, in St. Louis, Sergeant Herschel Turner died this weekend after another police officer accidentally hit him with his car. Sergeant Turner was with the Moline Acres Police Department and was outside his patrol car helping with a traffic stop involving a stolen vehicle. That's when another officer traveled off the side of the road to avoid a crash and hit him. Sergeant Turner was taken to the hospital in critical condition but did not survive.
He served the city proudly. Prior to coming to Moline Acres, he's worked at several other police agencies, and I can say during the tenure here at Moline Acres, he was a perfect attendance type officer. He loved his job. He did it well.
He was a 16-year veteran and served with the department for 22 years there. Tents in the parking lots of restaurants throughout downtown Little Rock have provided outdoor dining for customers during the pandemic, but that's changing with the winter weather on the way.
You know, it was just getting so cold. It felt like the outdoor dining season has kind of come to an end for the most part.
So once warmer weather comes back in the spring, the district plans to build a more semi-permanent outdoor structure there. In collaboration with the Hartford Insurance Group, a $15,000 grant was given by Main Street America for the building there.
Well, it's something to look forward to, you know, and maybe just, you know, we just kind of got to hit and miss where we can through the winter months.
But once the pandemic's over, it's just going to be a really nice outdoor dining and gathering space for folks in the Soma neighborhood.
And the Northwest Arkansas Mall is giving small businesses the chance to use its facilities to set up a seasonal shop. The holiday market features crafters, home-based businesses, and vendors who want to let shoppers know they're still open during this pandemic.
It's really a great opportunity, especially being a Black-owned business. I'm able to be in front of the public and just be able to share what I love about my business with others.
At the market, there were homegrown products and other unique and specialty items. We move on now, though, to some political coverage for you. Today is actually the first day to turn in petitions if you plan on running for Springfield City Council. There's 5 seats up for grabs. There's mayor, council members for zones 1 and 4, and general council members A and B. To run, you must be a qualified and registered voter of the city, be a resident of the city for 2 years prior to this election, and if you're running for a zone seat, you have to be there for at least 1 year. You cannot be a candidate or nominee for any other paid public office or a city employee right now either. You also must get a certain number of residents to sign a petition depending on what seat you want. We spoke with Angela Romine, who's running for Zone 1, who says she's excited for the chance to represent her city.
You know, I've been waiting for people to step up, and I can't keep complaining and groaning about what's happening and not doing anything else about it. So I felt like I had to run so that hopefully we can make some better changes. I think that the more choice we have, it challenges others to strive to do better and be better.
So you've got to turn in petitions there if you'd like to run. Your last day to do that is actually January 19th. Election day for those open city council seats will be on April 6th.
We do have a bit of patchy fog across the Ozarks to begin our second work week of December. Not going to be a terrible morning commute, but we'll talk more about that and what comes through the rest of the week in just a few minutes. Don't go away.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Jennifer Abreu, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist TJ Springer. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.